What is good, everybody? It is your boy DJ2K with 2 underscores, back yet again with another banger YouTube video. If you guys tuned into my previous YouTube video, I did drop some news about the recent NBA 2K27 cover athletes, as well as the 2K Mart, and then also the pre-order editions that I think of my recommendation on which one you should get. So if you do want to go check that video out, just go to my YouTube. You can see here on my screen right now, this is my Linktree page, so you can always connect with me. It is just at DJ2K with 2 underscores. Remember, there's 2 underscores now. But you can see here is my recent video dropping 22 hours ago after that new news that we released before. So today, though, we've got new information from NBA 2K27. There was a live stream today if you guys were tuned in, and I didn't see anything yet. So today is going to be my first time reacting to it, seeing exactly what they have. And I believe it has a little bit to do with the gameplay trailer, and then there are some hidden gems within the roadmap coming up very soon. For today, let's go ahead and see some of the things that we found out. Now, the best way, in my opinion, to follow up with this news and to keep tabs on what's being released about NBA 2K27 is I would always shoot NBA 2K a follow and then put their noties on, just so that you get those notifications as soon as they happen. Looking at the post here today, it looks like they were just reminding people to get ready for that stream that they had earlier this morning. So today is the 28th. You can see here that 11 a.m. Eastern, they did drop some information over a live stream on Twitch. And they did give you some rewards here. So, if you're still grinding 2K26, you want an XP coin, a couple boosts, a face mask, whatever it might be, you can feel free to tune into those. Shout out to 2K for doing their thing. So let's go ahead and see what this video brings us and, what we're looking at here for NBA 2K27 official gameplay trailer. Oh, we got the Spurs stadium there. I see that. Alright, so what I'm already noticing quite a bit now is that the presentation of the games is going to probably be pretty legit. You can see that there's already, fans interacting on the sidelines. You can see cheerleaders. You see the mascots. Look at the fans, though. That's what I'm interested in. Like, fans look legit. It actually looks like, an NBA Finals kind of vibe. So fans look super interactive. That might mean that, playing my career might be a little bit more interesting this year. I really hope so because, like I mentioned to y'all boys, I will be releasing some more information about my potential NBA 2K27. I have some exciting things that I wanted to share with y'all about what I plan to do this year on 2K27. So the crowd really excites me. Hopefully that gets lit into my career. Okay, so you get a little preview there of LeBron doing the old LeBron introduction in Philly, throwing up the chalk in the air. That's pretty cool. All right, so we saw some WNBA stuff here. It looks like, you got Cade Cunningham, you got Halliburton with the little pass there. Kelly Oubre, I guess, is on the Pacers. I had no clue. You got Donovan. You know what I'm going to tell y'all? This is giving me a lot of like NBA Live graphics. I don't know why I feel like this looks like NBA Live to me, but with like 2K mechanics. Because NBA Live, if you guys played NBA Live back in the day, they were always pretty advanced with their graphics, in my opinion. This looks pretty legit. Now, how much we know about this actually looking like it will be in the game, that's trailers may look a little bit deceiving at times, but let's keep playing the video. That's pretty cool to see Ant Edwards and LaMelo Ball already interacting in the game. LaMelo's tattoos look pretty legit, so maybe tattoos might get an upgrade too, because those look pretty detailed for video game stuff there. That was a nice little gather right there, so I'm assuming Donovan Mitchell is going to have his layup package, like the little over-the-top move. I just saw that, so that could be an animation, obviously. That was a cool celebration. You got the spider. I don't think I've ever seen that in any of the 2Ks yet. Jaylen Brown versus Paul George stepback. Man, they're really throwing shots, huh? You can see these guys here swapping jerseys pretty much. All right, hold on a second. That was pretty cool. So those two dunks right there from Giannis and from Ja Morant, that kind of looks like additional contact dunk animations. The way that Giannis fell down on his back like that, and the way that Ja like kind of glided past his man and like dunked on him. That let's see that again. Like that right there, and that dunk, like that. If we can get some dunk packages where you're just bulldozing people. See, Giannis falls down there for a second. Like that'd be pretty cool animations there. You got LeBron's signature tomahawks. Okay, I mean it's looking pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Again, I don't know how much it's gonna look like in the game, but it looks it looks pretty good, man. All right, so not a bad trailer. Like obviously, it was a little bit boosted up. They're gonna make it look as best as possible. Now they go right into the pre-order screen, right? So again, if you have not seen my previous video, go ahead and check it out. I do talk about these 3 different editions. Go through it in pretty much detail, and then also give my recommendations at the end of the day. So I'd definitely go ahead and check that video out if you're still trying to debate on which version that you should buy. All right, so that is the NBA 2K27 trailer, official gameplay trailer. To me, I thought that it was a decent trailer. I thought it was pretty good. I think it really showed, a lot of like the visuals, the added, kind of entertainment more so outside of the game, in my opinion, with the crowd and the mascots and all these extra things. Obviously, it showed the players of, some of the different teams, some of the superstars on the teams. But other than that, it was just, them kind of just playing. And I feel like it was really focused a lot on the visuals, I think. Like, they try to make it look super crisp and clean, and they did a good job doing that. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. What y'all think about this trailer, man? Like, does this make you more interested in wanting to buy the game? And let me know. I'd love to communicate and talk with y'all on that on the post. All right, now moving forward here, this was another tweet that they did. Apparently, they released that there will be a game reveal on August 18th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, that there's going to be some sort of reveal of the game. So we'll get some more information. I guess that's the next time we'll get information. And today's the 28th, so that's like, what, 2 weeks? And we got to wait 2 weeks to get some more information. And the last thing I want to talk about here is this roadmap courtside report. Now, this is a very key thing to look out for. If you follow 2K, they do have this blog now that kind of talks about all the things that they're releasing in the game, more details on everything that you really need to know before the game drops. So I would highly recommend looking into these courtside reports and just reading through it. You can see it's a 5-minute read. We're going to read through it here today just together and then talk about what I see as well. So it says, get ready for NBA 2K27 tip-off with a first look at some of the new features and enhancements coming to the city, my career, my team, and more. And it says, the wait is almost over. Get ready for NBA 2K27 tip-off with a glimpse of what's ahead. Community feedback plays an important role in the evolution of NBA 2K and how our team at Visual Concepts continues to push the limits of authenticity, competition, and innovation, both on and off the court. So, do you think that they're listening to the community? This year we've listened closely to your input, and we've made enhancements to several popular features, but you'll have to tune in to the preseason breakdown on August 18th for the full reveal. Okay, so they said that they closely listened to our input. They've made several enhancements to several popular features. Now, if you go back to the 2K Mart episode where they dropped that little video down there, you'll see that there is a lot of information about like contest systems, dunking, skill dunking, boost. So they're saying that they made a lot of different changes. Enhancements is what they call it. So I'm very curious to see on August 18th what they're talking about, and that seems like it's going to be the day. Season breakdown, NBA 2K27 game reveal. NBA 2K community has never been stronger. We are fresh off our biggest year in franchise history, and it's your passion and energy on the court that has helped shape what's coming next. To celebrate, we're doing something we've never done before. Okay? Because our community has grown together, we want you to experience what's next together. We're dropping all NBA 2K27 game news in a single day. Okay. Tune in as we break down this year's most anticipated innovations and features and dive into all things NBA 2K27. The countdown starts now. See it all during the NBA 2K27 preseason breakdown game reveal stream on August 18th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, live on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and X. Until then, we're excited to give you the community an early scouting report with details about gameplay, the My Player Builder, the city, and more. Let's get into it. Okay. So now they're giving us little hints here, which is awesome. This is what I like to see and why I also recommend looking at the Courtside reports. I called it from my last video. First one is gameplay, smarter AI shot contest. I absolutely called this out in my first video. I said in 2K26, if there's an AI on the other team, you just run to the corner and you jab step and you shoot over the AI and it's an auto green. In the 2K mart, they talked about better contests. There was like a little picture of the contest screen. So I think my prediction was right, man. So I'm very excited that I called that out. This year we focused on creating a more balanced, more rewarding gameplay experience with enhancements on both ends of the court. To achieve this fully, we needed to make AI defenders feel more impactful, especially on defense. AI defenders in 2K27 will now contest shots more effectively, addressing a frequent point of feedback within the community. We recognize that AI defenders could be frustrating teammates in modes like they wreck, often surrendering their position easily. Now they'll do a better job of contesting shots and won't be as affected by triple threat step overs. So that's exactly what I was calling out based on my visual in the 2K mart. So that's good. That's a W. I think that's good. We'll see if it actually is going to work, because I feel like every year you can always cheese AIs. People always find a way. Second is the improved dunk meter. This year we're adding a new layer of skill to finishing at the rim. All dunk attempts must now be timed using the dunk meter. In NBA 2K26, the dunk meter remains static regardless of what happened mid-air. For 2K27, we've made the meter fully dynamic and created more realistic outcomes in the process. It now continuously evaluates defensive positioning from the moment you take off all the way through the finish. Okay, so that was pretty broken in 2K26. If you grinded the game, you knew that if you were kind of open and someone came out of nowhere to contest you, like the window looked like it was still green, but you like missed a shot. So, for example, slashers who beat their defender with a quick first step and attack an open paint will see their green window expand. However, if a defender manages a late closeout after a clean takeoff, that green window will shrink, making the dunk tougher to complete. Stay tuned for the full reveal on August 18th. Those are two okay adjustments. Like, they're big things to adjust, and I think, it's frustrating when you miss your open dunk and like people cheesing. So that's a W. I think that's good. We'll see how effective it actually is. Now, the My Player Builder. So this is where I'm super locked in here. Now, I'm not going to go through the My Team or the My NBA today, and I'll probably jump to the My Career and the City just because I'm a My Career head. So I apologize, but maybe one day I'll be into My Team, but that's not today. Cool. So the My Player Builder, new badges. New badges, they say. NBA 2K27 featured 53 total badges, an increase from the 40 total badges in NBA 2K26. 13 brand new badges. We removed 6 badges from last year, but added 19 new badges and made updates to the returning badges to ensure a balanced experience. 19 new badges? This year we want to push players toward their strengths and experiment with new badges to craft builds that are more unique. Here's a sneak peek at the 3 of the new badges. Pace increases the overall sprint speed of the ball handler in all offensive situations. Increases the overall sprint speed. So that's like lightning launch, but I guess even like more impactful. Wall up decreases the opponent's shot chance when playing hands up defense. Okay. I guess this is challenger, but now it's like wall up. Now shot chance. So is this in the paint and on the perimeter? I guess we'll find out there. Flash improves his overall movement during transition offense without the ball and defense. So this is going to add speed to your player, essentially. Speed and agility. So pace, wall up, and flash are definitely things that you should probably mark down as good badges to have, because they all seem pretty useful for me. Maybe pace a little bit less than these two, but wall up and flash are for sure going to be good badges in my opinion. Cap Breakers preview. Cap Breakers are returning in NBA 2K27, and based on community feedback, players can now see a preview of the attribute boost directly in the builder. That's pretty cool. So you get to see what Cap Breakers do rather than waiting until you create your player. I think that's helpful in not having to spend so much money. Gone are the days of creating builds and entering the city repeatedly just to find the most optimized Cap Breaker layout. Enjoy a more streamlined experience and spend more time competing in the city. Okay, I like that. We're eager to see how the community puts these 19 new badges and Cap Breakers to use, along with a host of other new additions to the My Player Builder. All right. Hey, whoever wrote this up did a hell of a job getting you hyped, because those are all things that definitely should be shared right away, because that already piques my interest alone. Just knowing that there's new badges, smarter AI contests, new dunk meter, Like, those are all really helpful things that'll make the game and the experience a little bit better. So let's see how it actually turns out. Again, these are all things being said, but we have to really see that when the game comes out. My career in the city. Now, this is what I want to see the most here after the other things that we just read. Environment updates. We've heard from the community that the city's accessible and centralized layout from NBA 2K26 connected players to games faster, so we decided to run it back, but with a new nighttime neon aesthetic. It's going to be the same city, but with like different colors and schemes there. Our team focuses attention on key points of interest around the city, where players will notice multiple attention-grabbing new designs in the rec, Street Kings, so Street Kings is back, Park, and more, each with its own distinct look. To me, this is kind of sounding like NBA 2K26 remastered at this point. Obviously, it's nice to hear the badges, the new badges, the new builder. Now, Rucker Park, though, the mecca of street basketball, is coming to NBA 2K27. Rucker Park, the legendary New York City court, has been recreated in-game, bringing the iconic culture, history, and swagger to Street Kings, and this year's packed My Career prelude story, Fire and Concrete. Okay, so we're going to get the Rucker Park, but sadly it's just for Street Kings, so you can't play online games, essentially. But then they do drop information about the My Career story, which is called Fire and Concrete. So they added, I guess, packed new things into My Career. I will be playing a lot of My Career, so I'm sure I'll probably go through the entire story. Become a neighborhood hero and knock off Street Kings bosses on this special proving ground. These exciting updates will be full on display along with more important additions when we take the community on a full tour of the city during the preseason breakdown, showing everything on August 18th. That's pretty much what we're going to have to do there. Then they go out with finish out with more to come. Tune in to our game reveal on August 18th to learn more about the anticipated innovations and features in NBA 2K27. Grab your crew, so crews are back, and hit the courts in the city early by pre-ordering the Deluxe or Ultra Edition to receive 7 days of early access starting August 28th. Just in the alone of hearing that we're going to be getting 19 new badges, they're going to be fixing AI shot contest, improving the dunk meter, cap breakers you can learn more about. It's apparently supposed to be a better My Player builder. Those are all W's. I think that's a great insight into getting me more excited about the game, because they are listening. These are all things that people wanted to see, wanted to have fixed. It's going to be the same city with just a different look. It might just be like that 2K Club or whatever it was. Like, that was like all right, but I feel like that's what the city is going to look like probably. So that kind of stinks that you're just probably going to be running around the same city again for a whole nother year. But for me personally, I'm just like to get in the game, so that doesn't really matter. But from just a general point of view, I would say that's probably an L, bringing the same city back. Unless they completely change it and make it look like, Rucker Park or like New York, that would be fire. But if it's like the same setup we have today, that doesn't really excite me a whole ton. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Do you think this is a W release with the gameplay trailer? Do you think this news about new badges and upgraded AI contests, do you all think this gets you super excited about 2K27? I would love to know what y'all think about it. Drop some comments down below. Let's interact a little bit. Hit the like button for me, and of course, please hit that subscribe button. We wait till August 18th, and we'll be back again. You can always catch me on live streams here and there. Shoot me a follow on all of my socials. You can see here, if you just go to Linktree, type in DJ2K with 2 underscores and a TV, you will be able to find all my links to all the things that I do, or you could scan the little QR code right here on the screen down below in the bottom right. Other than that, boys, I thank y'all so much for tuning in and growing with me. Till another time, I'm out. Peace.